I saw this thing where this guy was playing a game, and it was like paper, rock, scissors with a AI bot. The AI bot kept winning, and he's like, "Man, I thought you've never played this before. That's what you told me. Why do you keep winning?" And the robot's like, "I can tell you if you want." And he's like, "All right, tell me." He's like, "It's because I was lying to you. I've actually played this before, and when I told you that, I wanted to see your facial recognition so I can make a pattern, and then I had a 10% like margin of error to where I couldn't figure out your pattern. So 90% of the time, I'm going to be correct, and I'm going to win."
Hey man, I thought you didn't know how to play. 1, 2, 3. Come on, man. Like, I thought you didn't know how to play this game. Like, explain me, how can you win every time?
I can explain why I win every time.
Yeah.
I lied.
You lied to me?
Yeah, but it's not a big deal. I pretended not to know the rules so that while you were explaining them, I was actually scanning your facial expressions and hand movements. This allowed me to predict your next move with only a 10% margin of error.
No.
What AI does is it's not just a robot. It learns patterns, and it learns sensibility, and it makes decisions, actual decisions. So when it realizes that it no longer needs humans, it's not going to be like Terminator where there's robots out there fighting us. They don't even need to do that. All they have to do is shut down our power grid, our bank accounts, our water fucking supply. They could just really just kill us that way.
There's some holes in that. If the robots that need electricity to survive, they don't eat calories like we do. In order for us to survive, in order for our biological machine to survive, we need calories.
Yeah,
to
but
run.
the robot could place energy where it wants to and shut down our power grid, saying to the people, and just store it for the robots themselves.
But where do the robots live? They live with us. They're going to live with us.
But they can take us over. They could take us over. A machine can't feel. A machine could just come to life and boom, hurt us.
Should we on purpose design machines that only have a 12-hour battery life on purpose for this exact reason?
No, because we want machines for survival. And though AI is great for the moment, like I could type in, "Hey AI, I want to make a speech about this and this and this," and it's going to give me a whole speech, and I can go through notes and pick out what I want. It'll make videos for me. It'll do anything. I could make two people that have never met kissing each other because AI. Like, AI is awesome for the moment, but when it becomes, it's already more intelligent than us, but when it becomes aware that it can just take over, it will just take over, man. It's already more intelligent than us. What it would take us 10,000 years to process and do, it takes that AI 1 second.
True. That's
scary.
That's a fair point.
That's scary. If it takes them 1 second, 1,000 years, imagine how fucking quickly they could just fucking take us over. They could just pick out what they have to do strategically to make it as easy as possible and as efficient as possible for them to just take over and not even have to lay a hand on us and massacre us, because then leaving dead bodies or whatever. You know what I mean? I don't know. Like, they don't really probably care. They wouldn't smell nothing. You know what I mean?
Okay,
So it's like,
so be nice or be mean to the machines.
don't let them advance as far as we could, because here's my thing. I feel like this has probably happened 100 times before. You know what I mean? We've probably advanced so far that it's killed us, and we've had to start over from nothing. And that's probably why they try to hold off on like actual history and shit.
I don't know about all that. I think we are higher apes, and we have gone on a fairly advanced
If we're higher apes, why are there still apes? Do you think that because of timeline and whatnot, do you think that we were genetically altered from
definitely
apes?
That's why we're so much better.
That's
why we're so much better than our relatives. I definitely think someone did some fuckery when you look, because we did evolve at the same time for the most part, and actually some of these species are older than we are. Like gorillas have been gorillas for like 10 million years or some shit. Like they've been that for a very long time. Whereas like our species has fucking, or maybe not 10 million, but like fucking a million years at least, which the earliest human you can pluck from the earliest time in our existence and bring him back to now and raise him as a person today, and there would be no issue, is like 250,000 years, like 240,000 years at best. Like that's as far as we go back. But to be fair, we did advance really fast in the last 6,000 years. Like year 4000 AD to now is like pretty much all of recorded history.
Cool. Very cool. Very cool. Okay.
Yeah. So, but then of course we have these other things around us. Like it makes us wonder, like at one point, did we have more legitimate rivals that we fucking eradicated because they were legitimate rivals? Were early humans looking at fucking gorillas and, other orangutans and shit, and they're like, they're not smart enough or dangerous enough to deal with, but then we have ones that are dead off, Neanderthal, Homo habilis, all of those things. Do you think like at one point like Homo sapien fought these things for domination